don't think the American public understands the magnitude of what our soldiers have been through. The trauma that has been experienced by our soldiers, it just makes perfect sense that there would be post-traumatic stress disorder that follows with that. This is an opportunity for all of us to give back in some small measure the effort that's been given on our behalf by these soldiers by simply being aware, taking the time to understand what might be going on.
When he came back after his first tour in Iraq, I flew out to the base to meet him, and we hadn't seen him for 7 months. And the first thing I noticed, and every time I think of this, was the shell shock in his eyes and the light. That light and upbeat part of his personality was clearly gone. I think it was within 3 days of his stay in the hospital when they diagnosed him with severe post-traumatic stress disorder.
PTSD happens when someone is exposed to a traumatic event in which they feel helplessness, fear, or horror. People who've been exposed to trauma, they haven't had a chance to get treatment for it, they will find themselves constantly being triggered by events in the environment, such as might be certain smells that might remind them of their experience in the traumatic event. It could be certain sounds. It could be certain situations, certain people.
I think in a common understanding about post-traumatic stress disorder is that people have normal reactions in abnormal environments, and when they return to a stabilized environment, they may continue to have some of that, what would have been a normal reaction, but now they're in a stabilized environment. And they need to look at ways for coping skills and how to adjust, and they can get help, and there is help available.
Regardless of how many parades, celebrations, yellow ribbons, there is a readjustment. It's something that deep inside you was planted during the war, in Iraq, in Vietnam, in World War I, World War II. It's just the nature of the beast.
So here we are. Even though there have been other conflicts and other wars and other casualties and other people affected, the numbers will be very large coming back, and the soldiers are going to be in great need. Are we going to wait again another several years, find out that we're not doing enough, and then react after several more years pass? I hope not.